Have you been praying for months, maybe even years, and still God remains silent? Have you ever felt like the heavens were closed, like your cries were just echoes into the void? But what if that silence isn't rejection, but preparation for something greater? There are nights you cry silently, bowing in prayer, fasting, pleading only to be met with silence. You begin to wonder, did I do something wrong? Is God even listening? That feeling cuts deep, shaking your faith to the core. But what if God's silence isn't indifference, but a divine redirection? In the Bible, there's a man who loved God deeply, Paul. He wasn't just any believer. He authored most of the New Testament, healed the sick, preached across nations, endured beatings, imprisonment, and storms for Jesus. Yet even Paul had prayers that went unanswered. In 2 Corinthians 12-7-9, he speaks of a thorn in his flesh, a pain, a burden he begged God 3 times to remove. But God said, "Number." Not because Paul lacked faith, not because God was cruel, but because God had a purpose greater than Paul's comfort. God said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." That means sometimes God doesn't remove the thing hurting you because he's using it to grow your faith and your strength. James 4-3 reminds us that sometimes our prayers go unanswered because our motives are misplaced. We ask only for what brings us pleasure. God is a good father, and a good father doesn't give his children everything they want, but everything they need. But what if your heart is sincere? What if you've repented, believed, waited, and still nothing? Isaiah 55-8-9 gives the answer. My thoughts are nothing like your thoughts, and my ways are far beyond anything you could imagine. Today's no might be tomorrow's right on time. Sometimes the answer is already on its way, you just haven't seen it yet. Like in Daniel 10:12, where the angel said, "Since the first day you began to pray, your request has been heard in heaven." But the angel was delayed due to spiritual warfare. Your prayers may already be answered, but the enemy is fighting to delay the delivery. So what should you do when God is silent? 1. Stay faithful. Hold on to your faith, no matter the circumstance. When God doesn't answer right away, it's easy to doubt, retreat, or give up. But true faith isn't shaken by silence. Faithfulness shows a heart that seeks not just miracles, but the miracle giver himself. Hebrews 10:23 encourages us, "Let us hold tightly without wavering to the hope we affirm, for God can be trusted to keep his promise." When you remain faithful, you reflect God's own unwavering faithfulness. 2. Keep praying, even when the sky feels closed. Prayer isn't just about outcomes. It's about ongoing connection with God. Even when you hear nothing, he's listening. 1 Thessalonians 5:17 tells us, "Pray without ceasing." Persistent prayer proves that you believe God is working behind the scenes. 7 if you don't feel it. 3. Worship, even when your heart feels empty. Worship is surrender, not just celebration. When you worship through pain, you declare that God is worthy no matter your situation. Psalm 34:1 says, "I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth." Worship in hardship preserves your spirit, shielding your heart from bitterness and despair. 4. Trust, even when you don't understand. Sometimes, logic can't explain your circumstances. These moments test and refine your faith. Proverbs 3-5-6 urges, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take." When you can't see the way, trust that God is already leading you on the path he designed. Maybe God is testing you, strengthening you, protecting you from what you can't see, or simply waiting for the right time, and his timing is always perfect. Perhaps you're praying for a job, a marriage, healing, family restoration, or simply peace in your mind. If that's you, don't give up. God sees every tear, hears every whisper. Silence does not mean absence. Lamentations 3:25 says, "The Lord is good to those who depend on him, to those who search for him." That verse doesn't promise instant results, it promises goodness to those who wait and seek. Your breakthrough may not begin with what changes around you, but with what God is building inside you. God always answers prayer, but not always in the way we expect. Sometimes it's yes, sometimes no, and sometimes not yet. But in every answer, He is working for your good. If this video touched your heart, please like it, share it with someone feeling forgotten, and comment below with the prayer you're still holding on to. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more faith-filled content. God's silence is not the end of your story. It might just be the beginning of your miracle. Keep praying, keep trusting, and keep walking. The miracle might be closer than you think.